Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. Continuing from the last episode, I'll continue covering levels that were submitted to Redwood Redux, starting off with this one. T1 Tires, now 50% off, Drapetoman Remix by FunGuy06, with 32 plays and a score of 12. If you're interested in seeing what this challenge's rules were, check out the topmost link in the description below. Also, as always, the full disclaimer of this entire LP series is linked in the description below. Also in the description are the timestamps for all the levels I cover in these parts, so if you want to check if a level is covered, expand the description. So far so good, although this section had a lot more going for it originally. Coming up soon is effectively this force beam section, down below. Seems to be faithfully recreated. And I want that E-tank, so I will go for it. The timings are fairly lenient for base, so it isn't too difficult to get the E-tank there. A replication of the truck mini-boss. And the last of the force beam gauntlets. Again, if we're going through this as either Mega Man or Proto Man, it would be more challenging. Nevertheless, we're at the end of the level. It was an okay Redux. Could have been done a bit better. This would have been titled Freeze Man Refrozen by Gravitrax64. This also would have been titled Elec Redwood Redux version 2 by Unoriginal name. A few levels have been removed from the servers, sadly. Second up is Metal Factory by Stickerstocks, with 9 plays and a score of -1. Not sure why the stage got a negative score yet. It seems okay to blow power currently. I like how you can jump over all the blockies once you hit them once. I won't risk going for it. Well, I can still go for it from below, actually. Because there's nothing blocking me from going here. It's not like it's a one-way pathway. I would like some more health though. Any one hit from these crushers and I'm dead. Or even a simple blocky will do. For these kinds of jumps, I wish I had access to sliding. I would place more life pickups here as well. This is really tense. And now an empty walk forwards. You could have put the door right over here, or put some enemies, or at the very least a life pickup. No life pickups while we reach the checkpoint. I can see why this stage got a negative score now, because of this last section. I have nothing more to say about this fight. It's just a monotonous Metal Man encounter. So I guess this stage was below par. It could have done more with its challenges. Third up is Redwood Redux by Tremic1 with 63 plays and a score of 13. It has a decent score, and the loading time is longer than usual, so we're probably in for a good time. It's looking to be a re-redux of Woodman's stage. But with new enemies from future Mega Man titles. A nice way to give Item 3 a time to shine, as it's usually overshadowed by Item 1 and Item 2. That jump is a bit scary for me to make. Normally I do it by slide jumping off of it. So far, this is looking to be a decent level. Good checkpoint placement. This is a recreation of the Mun King segment. With the Bounders replacing the Mun Kings. I see something up here. I won't normally do these jumps, it's too risky. Yeah, this looks like an entirely separate route to the level. Oh well, I like it when stages have alternate routes. This stage feels a bit on the harder side, mainly as I don't have access to either sliding or charge shots. It's alright, the checkpoint was only 4 screens away. That E-Tank's probably going to become super handy for the later parts of the stage, especially the boss battle. I was holding up on the controller, yet I couldn't grab onto the ladder. All these longer jumps are more scary than usual as I don't have the slide to extend my hitbox. Whoa, that was a close one there. I was trying to move, but for some reason, the move inputs were not being registered until I jumped there. I hope there's a checkpoint nearby. But we're at the end. Could have done with one more checkpoint at the very least. Well, maybe not, but for me it felt more dangerous as I didn't have slide jumping. That's why at least half of those longer jumps felt rather scary, and some of those ladder grabs. A decent redux of Woodman's stage, and I say it's currently my favorite level this episode. Forward up is Plugman Redux Retro Redux by Trashman22, with 30 plays and a score of 5. I was hoping that was an alternative route. But sure, let's go through that as Protoman. And if this level was submitted following version 1.5, it would have used Plugman's team. I'm liking the aesthetics of this level. And all the gimmicks and enemies are first introduced in safe environments and gradually escalated, first over solid ground and then over spikes. Now we have a pitch black background, As I've mentioned during the previous episodes, I strongly prefer if the background isn't a solid color. I'm really hesitant of getting it. Nah, I won't go for it. The boss is only Sparkman after all. If I was Mega Man, I would go for it. I'd love to go for that, but... these are Yoko Block challenges after all. Not until I hit another checkpoint. But by that point, I don't need the extra life. And there's a checkpoint. Was there a checkpoint earlier on? If not, then this stage only had one checkpoint, right at the boss. I say that this was an okay to decent level. Fifth up is Fire in the Sky Airmanremixredux by Drapetoman with 21 plays and a score of 4. Here we go, an Airmanremix, the first one submitted to this challenge. Thank you for the first checkpoint, so we don't need to redo that challenge all over again. A way to replicate the air tikis. And a replacement for the moving clouds. As well as the lightning lords. Well, goodbye there, hothead. This section is a lot harder than it looks, and in the previous section I tried mashing the jump button but it didn't work at all. Can I even make it up there? Well, I can. I just need to keep 1 or 2 count bombs. But I can't backtrack, so... As long as Windman decides to sit over here. This was a very easy way to cheese the boss fight. This would have been titled Get the Punk Out Challenge Submission by GamerFromtheweb. So 6th up is Mechanical Tower by Low Budgeted Flying Ting with 22 plays and a score of 8. A redux of Windman's level, I suppose. And at last I have access to both the charge shot and slide again, after not having it for a few levels. Now getting down here is going to be the problem. That's what I need to do. A bit too picky for my own taste. Could have made the gap a bit wider. Something's up there, I know it. Either I missed it or I'll go back up over there. So far this stage is much easier than the previous one, although one of the main reasons why the previous stage was difficult were due to all the hotheads. In fact, this stage felt so much shorter than what I expected it to be. I was expecting the fan gimmicks to be taken further. Nightman But Actually Good was covered back in episode 271. I think this is a good time to end off this episode. So out of all the 6 levels I covered in this episode, my favorite one would be Redwood Redux by Tremic1. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!